What if I told you that a man who was homeless, sleeping in his car, and had only $11 to his name would become Hollywood's first billionaire filmmaker? What if I told you he was beaten so badly as a child that he attempted suicide multiple times? And what if I told you that this same man now owns his own 330-acre studio, produces content watched by millions, and has a net worth exceeding $1 billion? This isn't fiction. This is the unbelievable true story of Tyler Perry. Stay with me because this journey will change how you see struggle forever. Tyler Perry's story begins in the worst possible way. Born Emmett Perry Jor in New Orleans in 1969, he entered a world of violence and terror. His father wasn't just strict, he was a monster. Daily beatings with belts, extension cords, and vacuum cleaner hoses were normal. The abuse was so severe that Tyler later said he felt like he was living in a concentration camp. But the nightmare didn't end at home. Tyler was sexually abused by multiple adults, including a friend's father and his own relative. By age 10, he had already attempted suicide multiple times, desperately trying to escape the hell that was his childhood. School wasn't a refuge either. Kids made fun of his clothes, his weight, and his feminine voice. He was trapped in every direction. The only light in his darkness came from his grandmother and mother, who showed him glimpses of love and faith. His mother would sneak him money and try to protect him when she could. These small acts of kindness planted seeds that would later bloom into his incredible compassion for others. At 16, Tyler legally changed his name from Emmett to Tyler, symbolically killing off the boy who had been so brutally damaged. He dropped out of high school, but something inside him refused to give up. He started writing letters to himself as a form of therapy, pouring his pain onto paper. These letters would eventually become the foundation of his creative empire. In his early 20s, Tyler caught an episode of Oprah where she talked about writing as healing. Inspired, he wrote his first play, I Know I've Been Changed, using his life savings of $12,000 to stage it in Atlanta in 1992. The show was a disaster. Only 30 people showed up. He lost everything. But Tyler didn't quit. For the next 6 years, he lived in his car, worked odd jobs, and continued rewriting and restaging his play. He slept in seedy motels, sometimes going days without food. There were nights when he had to choose between gas money and a meal. His bank account hit rock bottom at $11. Friends and family thought he was crazy. People laughed at his dreams. But Tyler had something more powerful than money or support. He had an unshakable belief that his pain had purpose. Every rejection, every empty theater, every night sleeping in his car was building something bigger. In 1998, 6 years after his first failure, Tyler staged I Know I've Been Changed one more time. This time, it sold out. The audience was on their feet, crying, laughing, and connecting with his story of survival. He had found his voice and his audience. That success led to more plays, and Tyler discovered something incredible. There was a massive, underserved audience of African American women who were hungry for stories that spoke to their experiences. His character, Medea, a tough, wisecracking grandmother, became a cultural phenomenon. By 2005, Tyler made the leap to film with Diary of a Mad Black Woman. Hollywood executives told him it would flop. They said his style wouldn't work on screen. The movie opened at number 1 and grossed over $50 million on a $5.5 million budget. Tyler didn't just make movies, he revolutionized how they were made. He wrote, directed, produced, and often starred in his films. He kept budgets low and profits high. While Hollywood spent $100 million on single movies, Tyler was making hits for under $10 million. In 2008, he made a move that shocked the industry. He bought a 200-acre former Army base in Atlanta and turned it into Tyler Perry Studios. Later expanded to 330 acres, it became the largest film production facility in the country. Tyler wasn't just making content, he was building an empire. The man who once slept in his car now owned a studio larger than Warner Brothers, Paramount, and Sony combined. He produces multiple TV shows, movies, and has exclusive deals worth hundreds of millions. His content reaches over 100 million viewers. But here's what makes Tyler's story even more incredible. He never forgot where he came from. He's donated millions to hurricane relief, homeless shelters, and abuse survivors. He's paid off strangers' layaway bills at Christmas and bought groceries for elderly shoppers during the pandemic. The boy who was told he was worthless now employs thousands of people and has created opportunities for countless actors, writers, and crew members who look like him. His studio has become a beacon for diversity in Hollywood. Today, Tyler Perry's net worth exceeds $1 billion. Forbes named him the highest-paid man in entertainment. He owns his masters, his studio, and his destiny. But more than money, he owns his story. Tyler Perry's journey from sleeping in his car with $11 to becoming a billionaire isn't just about money. It's about the power of refusing to let your circumstances define your future. He transformed his deepest pain into his greatest purpose. Every rejection became redirection. Every failure became fuel. If you're struggling right now, if people are telling you your dreams are impossible, remember Tyler's story. Your current chapter is not your final story. The same pain that's breaking you today might become the foundation of your empire tomorrow. That's all for today's episode of Fuel for Hustler. If this story inspired you, smash that like button, subscribe for more incredible success stories, and drop a comment telling me which part of Tyler's journey resonated most with you. Remember, your hustle today is building your empire tomorrow. Until next time, keep grinding and keep believing in the power of your dreams.